All right, let's go ahead and do a series on services we can replace with shortcuts. And we'll go ahead and get started with the first one, which is going to be ChatGPT, right? So you can play for ChatGPT Plus. And the reason you want to do this is because it'll be less and sometimes it'll be free. So depending on the service that we'll cover on this series, you'll see that you'll be able to get the services for less and or for free depending on the API and the service provider, right? So we'll go ahead and start with ChatGPT. So obviously the ChatGPT you can access directly. I've already shown this shortcut. It's basically show web view. So you provided the URL, it'll open up ChatGPT on a web view, right? So what is the benefit of doing this? Obviously, you get access to your paid service right here. So you have ChatGPT Plus. You'll have access to all your previous conversations. And again, the benefit of doing it like this versus going to the browser directly is that you'll be able to save your output. So if you say copy your output, you can say, hey, take that clipboard and then save it to notes, email, text, whatever action you want to do after that, right? So as you can see here, this is the service, and all this is show web view. So you can do that. So that's cool. Obviously, you can do that. But if you have an API key, I don't know if you're familiar with the APIs, but it'll cost you a lot less. And, you can learn something and potentially develop your own application or service in one way or another by combining it like so. So we have the straight up version here, right? So I have one version here that's straight up just conversational. I can say, hey, Siri, and I can have a conversation back and forth with Siri, aka Siri GPT, so that I can just converse and get the output that I want. I can also do the text version. So I can say, hey, how can I lose 50 pounds in the next 6 months, right? And then it'll give you a workout plan, meal plan, or whatever response is going to give you, right? And then you can just have a conversation back and forth. This setup I have here, it won't give me an output for me to save it automatically, right? Like I would just press a button. No, I would just, normally this is for direct output. I just want to listen to it or read it and then close it out, and that's it. So if I click done, it'll just ask me, hey, what would you like to do next? If I wanted to copy this in this version, I would just have to click here and then copy or highlight it and copy, right? But that's not what I use this one for, right? So I just click done. It'll ask me again, and it'll go over and over and over again until I just say, I click on the screen or just get out, right? Alternatively, we have ChatGPT. And then here I can say continue chat or start a new chat. So let's say I say continue chat, kind of like the web version. I can come here and I can say, hey, here you go. I can continue my old chats. Burger menu options, 90-day, whatever. And then I can say, hey, show me what my last prompt was or the last response was, so I can get a reminder. But usually if you know what you were talking about, you would know what the conversations were about, right? So you would just go from there. So let's say 90-day. I believe this was like a game plan, like that viral one that's going around. Like, hey, give me a 90-day plan on how to make money using affiliate marketing or whatever. Let's continue with the next step. Let's see what it says. All right, here we go. So now we have our game plan, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, right? And then I can say, all right, cool, let's append this to the notes. I believe I have a note already, but let me check. All right. So it appends it to my note. And again, the benefit of that is that you can, oh, where did it go? It appends it to my notes. So things we can do with chat, and here we go. So I didn't have a note already for this one, so I should have saved it because I just appended it to the last note I was using. So normally I would have a note that I saved it to, and then it would just continue to append to that note. So I'm going to get rid of this one, obviously, because I don't want it here. And this is saved on another file, but I don't need it here. But again, this is why the benefit of being able to do this, right? Because you can do things like this. So that's ChatGPT. Again, you have more flexibility. You can And let me just show you some of the other options you have available. You can send message, send to message, email, and a host of other things that you can do once you manipulate it this way. So the benefit of that is obviously you don't have to go to your computer or just show in web view, and then are limited by the services that they provide you on the site, right? And list 5 ice cream flavors. GPT-4 is a little bit more capable, but it is a lot slower than 3.5, just because of the sheer amount of data it has to go through. But here we go. So you get your list, and then you can say reply, copy, send message, email, save notes, append to note, make video. And I'll show that one on next on a follow-up video once we get to that one. And then create blog posts. So those I've shown before, but I'll go ahead on all the services that can be replaced on this series by using shortcuts, ChatGPT, and a host of other APIs. All right, and on the next up, we're gonna go ahead and cover replacing Pictory. So Pictory is a video maker, AI video maker. So I'll go over how you can use shortcuts to replace Pictory. So as you can see here, they're not available on mobile, which is kind of annoying that you can't even log into the site and see your projects and stuff like that. That's super annoying. I tried clicking show desktop view, but they block it out for mobile. So I'll go ahead and show you how to replace Pictory with shortcuts. And again, this is an extensive project, so I'm only going to show you a base, but you'll get the idea on the capabilities that you have available right on your phone. And on this one, we covered ChatGPT, which is basically giving you a brain on your pocket, and you can continue your conversations as you go. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one.